Hi guys, I'm super excited to be here. I can't believe that it's already December. It really creeped up on me. In fact, it's the middle of December. But I want to welcome you guys to the Winter Wellness class. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Carrie Morrison. I'm a massage therapist and a health and wellness coach. I own a gym here in town, here in Idaho. And I love to educate on the oils with doTERRA oils. So welcome, you guys. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this, and stay tuned to the end because there's going to be some giveaways. So you'll want to watch to the end to find out how you can get that. So to start out, I just want to share kind of how I got started. I started on this journey because of some health issues that I was having and couldn't seem to get any answers. I had gone to doctors, homeopathic doctors, and I couldn't get answers to what was going on with me. And then I was introduced to the oils and the supplements, and it really started to help me. And this really took me on a path of changing my nutrition, my lifestyle, and bringing in the supplements and natural remedies. And now, especially with the new MetaPower system that was just released in September, my energy levels are up. I'm sleeping so much better. And I'm actually starting to see some of the weight gain that I was having. I'm starting to see that come off. So I really am loving the MetaPower. But let me okay. So ever since I started with the oils and the supplements, it is very, very rare that we get sick. And in the rare case that we do, we get over it very, very quickly because we have these tools and things to help us. And I don't know about you guys, but I do feel like, especially around the holiday season, that emotions, that high stress can trigger us to not feeling well and kind of suppress that immune system. Plus, we just had a lot of increased sugar because we just had Halloween, right? And the sugar intake increases, Thanksgiving with all the extra treats and overindulgence, and sugar will suppress the immune system. Every season has its challenges, but winter tends to have more. So this class is going to give you guys some really great tips to start with. Now, of course, I want to start with nutrition because that's kind of my background with the coaching work that I do. But the top 7 sensitivities, I'm not even talking about full-blown allergies here, just sensitivities. They're gluten, dairy, sugar, soy, corn, peanuts, and eggs. Okay, so you may want to see if you could let go of one of those for a little while. I would say if you're feeling under the weather or you're really looking to boost your immune system this holiday, gluten, dairy, and sugar at a minimum during, especially dairy. It's very mucus forming. So if you get that congestion, postnasal drip, and kind of like coming back in the back of your throat, you really want to be aware of that. So those would just be some little tips too for you. Again, making sure that we're getting lots of rest, that we're getting good sleep, that we're staying hydrated, drinking lots of water throughout the day. All of these things can be really, really helpful for us. Just good tips in general. So proactive healthcare versus reactive healthcare. Do you guys know the difference between the two? We're going to be discussing proactive habits and reactive recipes. And we'll talk about the importance of establishing habits so that the reactive recipes are needed less often. To be proactive, we're going to be talking about supporting your immune system. And we're going to talk about two particular strategies. First, the prevention strategy, and then there's the preparation. So what can we do to kind of prepare as we're going into the prevention? It's really adding in these healthy habits into our daily routine. You want to practice them regularly. And when we're talking about essential oils, they're going to be most effective when you use them frequently in moderation. So less is more, and more times throughout the day. So very similar to, you would not expect a medication to do anything for you, or a supplement to do anything for you if you weren't taking it consistently. So same thing with essential oils, less, more frequently. It's going to be more beneficial than if you're doing it irregularly in really high doses. So we want to make this part of your daily routine with everything that we're doing. And this is a lifestyle change. This is a health and wellness lifestyle. The preparation is key. So we want to make supplies and things and prep it right now and have it ready on hand before you aren't feeling well. And because we're not feeling well, we're not going to want to make these things. We want to really prepare for a sickness. So prevention level, this is the things that we're going to do daily during the wintertime, during cold and flu season. We want to wash our hands all the time, guys. Okay. I think that this is really important, especially when you come back home from being out, and you want to always wash your hands really well. That's the first step in prevention. So important. Another good thing to do is you can make a hand sanitizer spray. So you can make your own. I do that I actually upcycle my empty essential oil bottles, and oillife.com, Aroma Tools, and Share Oils. They all have these great little spray toppers, and you can upcycle these 15 ml bottles and actually make your own. So I like to put tea tree and purify and lemon, just a couple of drops of each. Top it with a little bit of water, and then you've got a nice alcohol-free hand spray that's going to help to sanitize and keep the yucky bugs and germs and things off, which works really nicely, perfect to fit in a bag. So upcycle those, because there's a lot of essential oil that gets left in the bottoms of the bottles. So this is perfect for on the go. Have it on hand. This is really great. Missed it on your hands. Any germy surfaces like steering wheels, doorknobs, carry it with you so you don't forget to use it, and have it on hand. When you go to a restaurant, spray down the table, spray down the little, if you're flying, the little tray table, spray it down. Spray down the armrest. So that's really important and handy. Okay. Just a little tip that I didn't mention. If you use lemon, to take the label off of your empty roller bottle, it works really nicely to take off that sticky residue. Okay. Now, if you're not a do-it-yourselfer, or you just don't like to make those things on your own, what you can do is actually, we have an On Guard sanitizing mist spray that you can purchase. And now we have that the gel sanitizer too. So that's another option for you to just have on hand, which is very, very nice, because if you've got kiddos, you pick them up from school, you can just reach for the spray. So it's going to be a really important tip for just prevention is hand sanitizer sprays. We want to have those on hand as much as possible. And I love to make my own, but doTERRA has created a convenient one to help us with that. All right. So another option is diffusing. Diffusing these is really important because it creates this microfine mist with the essential oils. And this is what's going to get in the air. It's going to enter our lungs and our body where they can go to work. And this is why, guys, especially with everything that we talk about, quality and purity really do matter. Okay, so it's so important. So I'm talking about doTERRA essential oils only. I would not recommend buying essential oils from the health food store or the grocery store. Those are synthetic, those are adulterated. It even tells you on the bottle, do not take this internally or do not take this topically. Whatever we're putting on topically is going to be absorbed into the bloodstream. So this is really important. So diffusing, so important. I've got my diffuser going right here. And this is, it's also important during the holiday season, right? During the winter time, because we can get dry air and dry skin. So this actually works kind of as a humidifier to help you. So you can choose an oil, and we'll talk about lots of oils that can help you, support you. And you can add anywhere from 3 to 10 drops. You can see here in the picture, the bigger diffuser, that is actually a humidifier. It puts off a lot of moisture. The other ones are diffusers, but that big one is actually a humidifier that you can put oils in. It's really awesome for the dry air. Okay. So here's an immunity recipe for you. You can just add that in there and just run it at your desk, at your work, at your bedside to help. There's oils that can help support sleep. So you can have a diffuser at your bedside to help you sleep. We talked about how important rest is. Put one in the center of your house. Diffusers are addictive, you guys. You're going to want one in every room, I promise. And just run it for several hours in the morning, after lunch, and at bedtime. So important. We really just kind of keep a diffuser going 24/7 at our house. This is a really great way to get these toxins, chemical endocrine disruptors out of the home. We often see those like holiday room scents or plug-ins or stuff like that. And this is a really great way to swap and upgrade, because those things, those toxins, they're harmful for thyroid, our endocrine system, for the body. They're just not good. So we've got our hand spray. We've got our oils that we're going to be discussing now. Nightly use of oils, going to be on the feet and spine. It is also going to be really important. We have large pores on the bottom of the feet that allow for quick absorption with what we're doing. Okay, so we want to dilute with a carrier oil for sensitive skin. I just like diluting in general, guys. I think that that helps you to get better absorption of your oils and save more money, save your pennies. So you can dilute with your fractionated coconut oil. In general, I say 20 drops total, 20 to 30 drops total of essential oil. So, if you're using like 4 different oils, you would put 5 of each to total 20, and then fill the rest of the 10 ml bottle up with the fractionated coconut oil. And I like to make roller blends that I have on hand. They're just diluted, just makes for easy application that you can swipe, for emotional support on the pulse points behind the ears. But when we're talking about really preventative stuff with boosting our immune system, bottoms of the feet and along the spine works really great. And again, daily, this is going to be really powerful. So if you have kiddos, you would want to make this part of the daily routine. Make a little immune blend, and we're going to give you some tips on that. We're going to get to specifics, but You're going to roll it on their spine, bottoms of the feet in the morning, put the socks on, the shoes, just make it a part of your normal routine. And then before bed, maybe like after they have a bath and are getting ready for bed. So you put it on their spine, bottoms of the feet. Do that regularly as a preventative measure. We don't want to just use these tools and natural remedies reactively when we don't feel good. We want to use them proactively. That's how we're going to really, really support ourselves during this time of year. You can also apply the oils over your chest. So chest and neck several times a day to support healthy respiratory system. It keeps your lungs clear. You could apply, 3 to 5 drops of an oil that we're going to be talking about. So things for respiratory support, things like Breathe. This is an amazing blend for respiratory support. That could be really great. I personally like to do a combination of Breathe and frankincense. I apply this to my neck and chest before every workout, every morning, before I exercise. But especially if you're one of those people that maybe you need some support in this area, maybe with the change in seasons and you get more congested and the dry, itchy eyes and stuff like that, make this part of your daily routine. I'm just applying it to those areas. You can make yourself a roller bottle with these that are really powerful. Also things like eucalyptus, really great. Cardamom, tea tree, thyme, marjoram, lemon, lime, all of these are going to be really, really great for respiratory support. If you want to, you can screenshot this or take a picture of it really quick. In fact, I'll just warn you, I'm mentioning lots of oils, so you can either rewatch this or have a pen and paper ready to write things down. Okay, if you have someone who snores and interrupts your sleep, or somebody that gets a little stuffed up, Breathe and lime. That combination, 3 drops of each in a diffuser at nighttime, works really well. So somebody's snoring, or maybe you're the noisy sleeper. That's one of my great tips that I love, that works really, really nicely to help as well. Let's talk about oils for immune support now. Our big guns. What we typically go to right away is the On Guard. This is our amazing, amazing blend of several oils that are really, really helpful. So this has wild orange, it has clove, which is a great, very high antioxidant, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary, so amazing. We often say that it smells like Christmas, cleans like bleach. This is a really, really nice one that you want to have on hand. Okay, and here's another one that you can screenshot. Oils that are really supportive for the immune system are Arbor Vitae. This is known as the tree of life. Amazing, amazing for immune support. You can make a blend, add that with your On Guard and rollers, and love to make roller blends. Again, thyme, got frankincense, oregano. Oregano. Oh, oregano is our big guns for immune support. Guys, if you're feeling under the weather, this is a really great one. And this is really the doTERRA difference, is doTERRA has a supplement fact on the back of the bottle. So if your essential oil bottle does not have a supplement fact, something like what you would see on a food package, it's not safe for internal use. Okay, you can only use it internally if it has that supplement fact on the back. All right. So let's see. So if you even see, like, oregano in a different brand and it doesn't have that supplement fact, you can just assume that it's adulterated and synthetic because it doesn't have that that supplement fact on it. And you're just not getting your full bang for your buck. You're wasting your money with those. Okay. So that's a nice thing too. Just a quick guide if you want to see which oils you can take internally. It's got that supplement fact there. You know that it's going to be safe for internal use. So just a little life hack for you. Okay. Melissa. I want to highlight Melissa. It's not, I don't know how many of you use Melissa, if you have it, but it is a very big guns as well for immune support and also for very dark feelings. Like if you're just having a really hard time, like maybe winter blues, Melissa is great emotionally to help. All right. And this is a very precious, precious oil. So it's one of our most valuable oils for the little 5 ml bottle. And so what you can actually do is Melissa is actually in our On Guard soft gels, the On Guard Plus soft gels. And we'll be talking about here in a little bit too, more about this and internal use, but we'll come back to that. But this is a big blend. It's really, really great to support you in those ways. Frankincense, we love Frank, right? Make sure you guys, I'll hook you up with Frank, okay? You actually get Frank free this month, which is really incredible. And if you aren't aware of that, please reach out and we can talk about that and give you some more information. But frankincense is an amazing oil. It's an enhancer oil. So it comes in and it can support those chemical properties and constituents by pairing it with the oil. So it's one that we love to have on hand. We often joke if you don't have any clue what essential oil to use your frankincense. You know, they say when in doubt, get your Frank out. It's going to be really, really helpful and beneficial for you that way. Basil is another great oil. Ginger is also great if you're feeling like a little nauseated or something. That's some really nice ones to help support you. Tea tree, again, we talk about tea tree a lot. It's amazing. And then there's lemon and wild orange. All of those are so good. Okay. Now let's talk about stomach upset. Sorry. You can screenshot that if you want to real quick. Okay. So, stomach upset, that it can happen, time to time. It's not fun. So doTERRA has made a blend for us called Digestin. And this is an amazing blend of several different oils. So this has our peppermint, it has caraway, ginger, coriander, tarragon, and fennel. So lots of really great oils in here that you can use. Also, some of the oil separately. So peppermint, ginger, or fennel by themselves. You can use those alone, but I usually will recommend to start with a blend because that usually covers more things across your bases. So for respiratory support, you're going to use Breathe blend. And for immune support, On Guard. And for digestive support, the Digestin. Okay, I really like those blends. But if you can do the single oils too, if you have those to help you. So how do the essential oils work? How do these help us stay well? There's actually some studies that show there's two possibilities with this. One is by fighting the germs on their own, which is really, really incredible. And two, by stimulating your immune system. So there was an Italian study that showed that eucalyptus oil prompted the production of higher numbers in immune cells, which are responsible for the containment of those germ cells. these phagocytes that kind of come in and like chomp, 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 which is what we want. And this helps with a stronger immune system response. And this can lead to reduced episodes of illness. So as we're getting a stronger immune response, we can reduce those episodes of feeling yucky and under the weather, which is really, really great and really cool. In the Essential Oil Medical Symposium, they were actually talking about how some of these antibiotics, they may inhibit, but they can't actually kill stuff. And then we get these super bugs that come, right? And that's good. It's not a good thing. Whereas essential oils really work well directly, and we don't build up that resistance like we would with some antibiotic drugs, which is really cool. So this is pretty amazing. So we just covered a bunch of stuff for prevention level number 1. Now let's talk about prevention level number 2. And this is when threats are high. So people are getting sick all around you. Maybe somebody in your home doesn't feel well. So what you're going to do, or if you're feeling a little under the weather, what we're going to do for that. So when things are high, you're going to start wanting to take some oils internally. Again, I'm just talking about doTERRA. I'm talking about a certified pure tested grade oil. Please do not do this with oils from the food store, like the health food store or Walmart or anything like that. No, no, no. That is not going to be beneficial, okay? So you can actually start ingesting oil in a capsule. So doTERRA has these lovely little veggie caps for us that we can use. You actually just open it up and you can drop the oil, just drop, drop, drop in there. So you could do about like 3 drops of essential oil. And what I like to do again, this is kind of a choose your own adventure, but I like to top it off with some fractionated coconut oil. So you're going to add your essential oil, add your carrier oil, close it up, and then take it internally. And then you can swallow it. Another option to top off is with this IQ Mega. Okay, so this is a really great, this is doTERRA's omegas, and they're actually infused with the wild orange. So then we're getting some boost to support our immune system. But you can actually top off your veggie cap with either a carrier oil or this and close it up and just take that internally. You can take 1 capsule every 3 to 4 hours as needed, and just like 4 to 8 ounces of water. So you could do that a couple of ideas that you could put in your capsules. You could do a couple of drops of ginger, frankincense, and basil and take that combo internally. Or you could do like lemon, a drop of oregano. You could do a drop of On Guard and 2 drops of frankincense. So you can kind of play with this. Again, if you're not a do-it-yourselfer, then what you could do is doTERRA has saved us this step with again this little soft gel. So these are made, you know what, the only bummer about you making your own capsules is you guys, you got to take it right away. You can't make one of these, and you can't make several of them up and then like put them in your pocket and then take them later in the day. It's not going to work. It's going to be super messy. So for convenience sake, when we're traveling, or if you're going to be gone for most of the day or something, On Guard Plus soft gels are really amazing, and you can just take them. They work really, really nicely. Now, again, this is On Guard, but the reason why it has the little plus, it's like a power packed punched On Guard, like Wonder Woman On Guard, if you will. So this has black pepper, which is really amazing. Oregano, which we talked about, is the big guns heavy hitter for supporting your immune system. And then Melissa, which we mentioned is our most precious, valuable oil. That is in this. So I highly recommend that you stock up on this. This is something that you want on hand. I cannot tell you guys how many times this has saved me, where I went to bed feeling a little like scratchy throat and feeling like, oh no, I think something's coming on. And I take 2 of these and I go to bed, and the next day I get up feeling amazing. So I highly recommend. We actually get a little bit nervous when we start to run low on these. It's like, oh my gosh, we need to order more of these right now. So this is our insurance, if you will. Very, very powerful. Now, if you don't have Melissa yet in your arsenal of oils, what you can do is actually take one of the On Guard Plus soft gels and poke it with a little pin. And you can squeeze that out and put it in a roller. So if you are diluting more for your kids, you could just squeeze it out, maybe do like 2 or 3 of these gels, squeeze them and add them to a roller, and then you could then dilute it to where, again, you'd roll it on the spine, on the bottoms of the feet, like we mentioned, the applying that. So that's another little life hack and tip for you. If you don't have Melissa already, open this up and use that in a roller and dilute it for topical use. Another tip and trick for you with this. Now, you can also, you could put a little bit of water in a shot glass. doTERRA actually has a little shot glass, and you can just add a couple of drops of the oil and kick it back. That's actually my preferred method. I don't like messing with the gel caps. I just feel like it takes too long, and I love the taste of the oils. It doesn't bother me. So I actually sometimes will just drop it under my tongue and not even mess with the water. So anyway, that's just another option. So for things like environmental seasonal threats, if you've got the runny nose, the itchy eyes, and like, for example, my son-in-law is really sensitive to cats, you could put a little bit of water and a drop or 2 of lavender, lemon, and peppermint. That is an amazing, amazing combo, and just kick it back. It works really well. If you don't like the taste, again, make your own capsule, and you could do that, or you could use, again, doTERRA's got us covered with Tri-Ease. This is lavender, lemon, and peppermint in the soft gel for convenience. Also, the On Guard soft gels, yes, we panic when they're not there. These are all great things to have in your arsenal. Really great things. This is our preparation level, right? And the prevention level I think, I just think it's just so super important. Okay. Also, another tip is I like to take, you could take some organic, local, ideally local raw honey or Manuka honey, and you could just get a little bit of that on your spoon, and then add a drop or 2 of lavender, lemon, and peppermint, and take that internally. And you can do that as well. It works really, really great. You could do that. A little bit of raw honey. You could make a tea with some hot water, and a little bit of the raw honey, the lavender, lemon, and peppermint to drink. You could even make an On Guard tea, put a little honey and hot water and On Guard, and make that as a tea. So lots of options for you to, for internal use with your oils. Now you can also gargle. So if you start to feel that tickle in the back of your throat and you're like, oh my gosh, I've been exposed to germs, what is happening? You can gargle and do this like 2 to 3 times a day, doing this gargle routine, or you can even, you can do it every 10 minutes, guys. So again, if you're really trying to hit stuff, that's the nice thing about your oils is you can use them regularly for that. So, you can add a drop of oil, and one of the oils that we talked about, one of them that has the supplement fact on it, so we know that it's okay for internal use, right? We're going to look for that supplement fact, and you can just add it to like a tablespoon of water and just swish it through the mouth and gargle really good, and then spit it out. So that would be a great thing. You could do that with the On Guard, do that with the peppermint. Actually, I love to make my own mouthwash. So with peppermint or spearmint or On Guard, that's another way that we're supporting our immune system as much as possible. All right, so oftentimes when we're feeling under the weather, right, that's the body trying to get this stuff out and work its way out of the system. So I love to do a cup of Epsom salt. I'm sorry, 2 cups of Epsom salt and a cup of baking soda, and then 10 drops of essential oil. So you could do something like, if you wanted it to be kind of more calming, you could do lavender. You could do tea tree. I love to do Zendecarin. That's a detoxification blend. That you can use and soak in there for like 20 minutes and then just rinse off. And this is very, very powerful to support your body to work on drying out those toxins. Now, do you know that when you're doing this, you're going to want to drink more water when you're doing a detox bath to stay hydrated. And I'm going to give you some tips on staying hydrated with that too. So stay tuned as well. But those are some great ideas and tricks for you. So let's talk about some recipes and things as well, like some different sprays that we can make. So let's talk about our throat spray. This is a great thing to have on hand that you can make up and make early as that preparation stage, right? So you can make a throat spray and you can just get a little glass bottle. You can get these on Amazon or Natural Grocers or any health food store. You can find them at different places, and this can be very, very helpful. And what you want to do is just 5 drops of each. So I do lemon, On Guard, then frankincense. And I also like to add in ginger and tea tree. Now, On Guard has clove in it, and clove really has that numbing agent. So when you have a scratchy throat that's irritated, that can really help to soothe that. Add your distilled water, or I like to use the IQ Megas again with this. Then you just shake it up and you just mist it in your mouth. You can use it frequently. This is a great thing to have on hand. Now, if you use the IQ Megas, it will need to be kept in the fridge. Okay. And after you open the bottle, it needs to be refrigerated as well. And we talked about our hand sprays. Sometimes I'd like to just make a nice little cleanup spray. So I will usually use something like lemon, wild orange, and just fill up with distilled water and some vinegar, kind of like a half and half. And I just use that to spray down the kitchen, spray down, your countertops, your cutting boards, anything like that. It works very nicely. Where again, doTERRA's gone a step above, and we have the On Guard cleaner and concentrate, which also helps to boost our immune system. So we have those on hand. Now, making rollers, as I talked about, guys, I love making rollers. So oftentimes the rollers that you may find are going to be like they have like a plastic roller, and they can leak, and they can cause some issues. But we never want our precious oils to leak. So I get the ones with the stainless steel ball. doTERRA sells roller bottles as well. I get mine on Amazon, and I haven't had any trouble with them leaking or anything. So stainless steel roller balls, or I've heard of glass ones too that are good ones as well. So we're going to talk about a couple of recipes for you. So 3 to 5 drops of tea tree and frankincense and On Guard. Okay, let me say that again. Tea tree, frankincense, and On Guard. 3 to 5 drops each. You just add it in your roller bottle, and then you just top it off with your carrier oil, with your fractionated coconut oil, or you can use grapeseed or almond oil, whatever carrier oil floats your boat. And then you can just put your little top on, close it up, and shake it up. So the blend again, tea tree, frankincense, and On Guard. That's going to be a daily use. You could do that every day to help support you during this time of year. Now, if you're feeling like you're ready for the big guns, threats are high, or you're feeling like you're coming down with something, that's when you're going to want to add to that a little bit more. So the same oils, but then you're going to add so you're going to do frankincense, tea tree, and On Guard. But then you're going to add in arbor vitae, melissa, again, our big guns, or use your little soft gel and pop it and squeeze it in there, and clove and oregano to make it a power packed punch. So that is a really nice one. If you have little ones and their ears are hurting them, that can happen sometimes, and that's really not fun. Or, even as adults, when we have ear pain, oils that work really nice for that. So 3 to 5 drops of basil, tea tree, and lavender. And again, we never want to put the oils right in the ears, but we can apply it around the ears. So around behind the ear, around, the bony part of the ear, and then also down the neck. And that would be a really nice blend for ear pain. If you were needing some respiratory support, that's where we could do breathe in a roller, or you could do 3 to 5 drops of lemon or Siberian fir, which we love, and peppermint. And that just helps. You can apply it over the chest as needed. Also the bottoms of the feet. There's a meridian point for the bronchial tree on the big toe. So if you're needing respiratory support, always put that on your big toe. It works really, really nicely. Even for snoring or anything like that, make sure you hit that spot. It works really, really great. For upset tummy, you could do lavender. So again, 3 to 5 drops of lavender, peppermint, and ginger. Or you could just make a roller with, the 20 drops of digestion and top it off. And that works really, really nicely too. And if you've got a child with a very warm, very high body temperature, and we're trying to lower that and bring it down a little bit, you could do 3 to 5 drops of bergamot, frankincense, peppermint, basil, and lavender. And you would apply that to the spine, the back of the neck, the chest, the bottoms of the feet to support normal body temperature. And if you don't have all of that, use what you've got, right? Use what you've got, and it's still going to be very, very beneficial with all of this too. Now you can do a vapor rub, and I like this upgraded version. So this is really, really nice that doTERRA has created for us, is the Breathe Vapor Stick. This again, great, great, great one, and very beneficial. This is a beneficial one to have on hand when you need it. So this kind of works like a great big chapstick, and you just roll it out, and it's infused with our Breathe essential oil, and you just apply it down your neck, over your chest, over the neck, back of the neck, the bottoms of the feet. So it just opens up your airways. Okay. Use this for noisy sleepers too. It works really great. And again, get that big toe, but this is an amazing vapor rub that you can do. Great for opening everything up. Now let's talk about a sinus steamer. This is another tip for you. So we're going to use a mug, and we're going to use some hot water heated to a simmer. So we're going to pour this in. Then we're going to do a drop of our eucalyptus. So we're just going to add that right in there. And then what you will do is you're just going to sit down and you're going to get a towel. What you do is you would actually like put it kind of over your head and make a tent, and you're just going to sit over this. Close your eyes and inhale. Breathe it in. This works really, really well. I have also used a facial steamer that I got from Amazon, and that's a game changer too. So use all your tools. I just put the oils in my facial steamer and just sit over it. So you can just inhale it. So this is really nice. That you just want to tent it the whole time, and you can just inhale it and just sit with the steaming mug in front of you. And as the water cools, the steam is going to become less intense. But keep those tissues handy because it's going to bring it all out. It's going to bring it all out. And this is just going to help get all that stuff out of your system. So important. So we have that. There's a recipe here that you can take a picture of. But if you don't have these things and you just have eucalyptus on its own works really awesome, but you can also do this recipe as well. All right. Okay, now let's give you guys an upgraded version for Gatorade, because let's get real. Like, I grew up when we were sick, we got Gatorade or ginger ale or 7-Up. All of those things are loaded with sugar. And we know that sugar suppresses our immune system, so it's not going to be the most beneficial thing to have. So we're going to make this upgraded version. So you're going to do like 2 to 3 cups of an herbal tea. My favorite, I love the traditional medicinals. This is their everyday detox tea. You can get this on Amazon or Natural Grocers. I've actually seen it at my local grocery store here. It works really, really nicely. You'll make your tea, or you can use plain water if you're not a tea person. Now, I like to add a little bit of the Celtic sea salt, or Himalayan sea salt, and this is just to get some trace minerals in there, especially if we're dehydrated. If we're not feeling well, we need those minerals for electrolytes. So this is making it a little bit more power-packed punch. Now we're going to add some magnesium powder. My favorite is Natural Calm. They have several flavors, so you can pick which one you like the best. There's even an unflavored one if you're not into the flavors. It works really nicely. So you're going to add a little teaspoon of your magnesium powder to have that in there. And then if you want something sweet, my recommendation would be to use something like stevia, which is not going to spike the blood sugar levels. Again, we want to be cautious of that when we're not feeling well. We don't want a whole lot of sugar. We actually want to, when we're feeling sick, is to take out the sugar, the gluten, and the dairy. That's really, really important. So I like this sweet leaf stevia drops that you can get. They work really great. And you just combine all of this in a jar. Oh, and add your essential oils. So I like to do wild orange. So, add 2 to 3 drops of your wild orange, which you could do, if you did the cherry, you could do the cherry Natural Calm, and then lime, like a cherry limeade or something like that. It works really good. Put it all in a jar, stir it up. And then drink that, and drink a lot of that, like 1 to 2 quarts per day. It's very important to stay hydrated when you're not feeling well. So that would be my tip for some upgraded options instead of the Gatorade or the ginger ale and some of those things. Now we need to talk about foundations too, right? Because it's really, really important that our nutrition is on point, because that helps us support our immune system. So really it starts with good supplementation. With that, we talked about taking out those inflammatory foods, going on an anti-inflammatory diet. But this is Lifelong Vitality Pack. So I highly, highly recommend this. These are the supplements that my family takes every day. I would encourage you to look at the supplements that you're taking if you're not taking this. If it has folic acid in it, And it's a synthetic form of folate. We do not want that in our life. Okay. Or cyanocobalamin, that's a derivative of cyanide. Yuck. So look at that. These Lifelong Vitality, they're non-GMO, they're gluten-free, they're dairy-free. This is actually doTERRA's #1 product, which is amazing because, we're an essential oil company, but this has a 30-day money-back guarantee, which I wish all the essential oil did. So look into this. It is life. It's so, so powerful. So there's also a kid supplement. So they've got the A to Z chewables, which are amazing. And then the IQ Mega that we've talked about. So if you've got kids, we want to support their little bodies, and it starts with nutrition. It starts with proper supplementation. That is really, really key with everything now, because 80% of our immune system comes from our gut. All right. We also could use a very good, high quality probiotic. doTERRA has 2 for us. So we've got the PB Assist. This is amazing. This is the adult version. These are both of these are double encapsulated, works really, really great. And then the PB Assist Junior is for kids, and it's like a little pixie stick. It tastes like candy. You just open it up, kind of pour it in your mouth, and you can even mix it with water. It makes kind of a juice if you want to, but these are both amazing. Double encapsulated, again, double encapsulated. It's important so that it gets past the acidity, that hydrochloric acid in the stomach, to actually get into the gut where we need it. If it's not getting to that, then we're kind of wasting our money with probiotics. So this is really important. And there's several different types of the good gut flora in both of them. I actually rotate my probiotics. So I take one for a month and then I switch and do the other one. Excuse me. I just go back and forth between these two to get that different good gut bug exposure. And I recommend probiotics taking it at nighttime on an empty stomach so that it has time to reevaluate that good gut flora. So you're not mixing it with other things. So that would be my recommendation for you. Now, other things, Zendocrine is really nice, again, especially for high body temperature. So you could do the oil, you could apply the oil over the liver, over the kidneys, on your back, on that back flank area. Again, doTERRA's gone a step ahead for us. So you could actually use the Zendocrine soft gel internally. I will do that as well to help my body detox and get that stuff out. Very, very important. Also, another little tip that I just thought of, if you've got a little one, like especially for babies, lemon for runny nose on the big toe or the spine. So diluted works really, really nicely for that. You can use it for adults too. So just a side note there that I was just thinking about. Okay, rest. Rest is going to be really, really important when we're not feeling well. So we have this Serenity oil and the Serenity soft gels to help support you. We want to make sure that our nutrition is on point, and have this on hand, and then sleep as much as possible. That's how your body's going to rest and rejuvenate with all of that. So use your oils to help you with that too. Now, when I'm not feeling well, I up my supplements a little bit. So on top of the Lifelong Vitality Pack, I actually increase my vitamin C, which you want to take more vitamin C than normal to support your adrenals, to support your body. Lots of antioxidants in there. And I recommend taking it 3 times a day. So the life of vitamin C is only 4 hours. So if you just take a ton of vitamin C in the morning, it's really not going to help you. So you're going to want to take it with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I like 1,000 milligrams. That's, I take a chewable. It's really convenient. I just carry those around, pop more vitamin C's all day. It's very, very important. I also up my vitamin D. This is very important when you're not feeling well. So take a little bit extra to support your body while it's getting over what it's doing. Some things that I want to mention too is Purify oil. It's the cleansing blend. So we usually think about this, like I use it as like with white vinegar instead of fabric softener when I do my laundry. And I put it in my dryer balls instead of dryer sheets. So getting rid of those toxins and things, but it's got cilantro in it. And this is actually really, really great for the lymphatic system. So if you were feeling not well, you could actually just take a drop and put it in your hand and kind of rub that together and actually do a gentle massage along your lymph nodes. So if you're feeling swollen lymph nodes, anything like that, just a very nice gentle massage coming down. I even put some on my hands and I put it in my armpits to help detox the armpits. But just that gentle lymph massage. With lymph massage, we want to move things towards the heart, always towards the heart. So we're moving that in there, but this has cilantro, and this can be a great, great thing to help when you feel sick. It smells really good. So use your Purify when you're not feeling well to support you as well. And then rose. Rose is such a powerful, beautiful, beautiful oil. And so use your rose touch. And I would recommend swiping behind the ears, bottoms of the feet, along the spine, and then even over the thymus. So kind of like right where your necklace, if you're wearing a necklace where the dangly thing hangs, about that spot is where your thymus is. So you can even tap on the thymus. So this is where the T cells are produced for supporting our immune system. But rose is a big guns heavy hitter. So spine, feet, use your rose. Okay. Rose and tea tree are actually a really powerful combination. Emily Wright talked about this, which is pretty incredible. So rose and tea tree in a roller bottle. So those are my tips for you. I hope you found them helpful. We talked about so many different things for preventative, and then have things on hand for if you don't feel well to support you. And I hope that that you feel empowered, and that's what helps us to have these tools on hand to help and support us when we need them, which is really, really awesome. And I hope you guys found this really helpful. Again, we have this really amazing special in December to get frankincense for free. So reach out if you want more info on that. And also, to be entered into the giveaway, what you need to do is comment something that you learned from this class. Put it in your comments, and then you'll be entered into a drawing for some pretty awesome giveaways. Okay, thanks guys. Have a Merry Christmas.